YouTube video ever. Today I'm going to be talking about a hair transplant that I had about 5 years ago. Yeah, I just wanted to come on here and talk about the experience really, because I've never actually opened up about it or really told many people, and I just like to think I can help another person who is looking to get this procedure done, especially women, because I found when I had the procedure at 21 I didn't know many women at all really that had had the procedure. It was mostly men. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about my experience with it. So the reason I wanted to get the actual procedure done was because I was really insecure about my forehead. I had a very high hairline, which I had from my mum. My mum just had a high hairline, so I ended up with a high hairline. So yeah, I hated it all the way through school. I got picked on when I was in primary school. I had to move schools because of it. So I swore to myself that when I moved to my new high school that I moved to, I would never let anyone see my forehead. So I had a fringe, which was quite annoying. I didn't really know what to do about it, so I just hid it, which was obviously, as the years went by, it just got harder and harder, especially in the summer. All you want to do is just tie your hair up in a bun, and yeah, it really was a big thing for me. So even down to the point where if it was really windy I'd wear a cap, because I really didn't want anyone seeing it. It was a big thing. So yeah, so the hair transplant came about when I was about 21. I heard about it, I think I'd just turned 21, and I was getting my hair done in a salon, and I was telling my hairdresser about my insecurities. She even had to literally hide me at the back of her salon. Like, I didn't want anyone seeing me getting my hair dyed. It was really like that bad, and she could see how much it was affecting me. So she'd recently heard about the hair transplants and recommended this company, this surgery that do it. I'd never even heard of it until she mentioned it. So as soon as she did, whilst I was getting my hair done, I literally googled it and I went on their website and I arranged for a consultation. So once that was sent through, I think I had the consultation about a week later. They contacted me really quickly, and then about 2 weeks later I had the actual procedure. So yeah, I went for my consultation. That was pretty much just talking about whereabouts I wanted to go with the actual hairline and where I wanted it, and we spoke about prices and obviously the actual procedure and what will happen on the day. So I have a photo here. Sorry, they're all in actual photo form. I'm gonna have to turn the ring light off for this. Yeah, I lost all the photos from the surgery, so they're all in photo form. Luckily I printed all my photos. So yeah, this is where they drew where I was going to have the new hairline. I actually thought this was still too big. I still wasn't happy. I wanted it even lower, but the surgeon did suggest, no, you trust me, that's enough. So I trusted him and he was right, so that was good. And then yes, after that I went home. I wasn't really nervous about the procedure. When I got there, I was just excited more than anything. I think I just hated my hairline so much that I didn't really have any nerves. I was just so excited. I think my dad was more nervous than anyone in the room. But yes, so this was a picture of me you can see how happy I am. You can see I've got the sweeping fringe. That is like literally how I used to look. And then yeah, we went in and he injected into the back of my head to make it all numb. That was the first bit, and then he took a slice, that's a really like horrible way to say it, but he took like a strip of scalp with my hair on. He did like shave it just a tiny bit, just on the strip he was going to take, and then he took that strip out and then sewed it back up. So that was all done. I think he washed my hair a bit in the sink, and then that was that bit done, and we kind of had a break. I remember having a carb, some crisps and a cup of tea. It was just, I didn't feel any difference being at home and having a bit of lunch. Like, it was very laxed. So then the next part was they kind of like put dots, almost like holes where the grafts are going to go. I had 2,000 grafts, so they lined up where they were going to do it. As you can see in this photo, just how bad the when I had it scraped back, just how big and high the hairline was. And it, yeah, so that was that. And then this is when they kind of just done the holes. Obviously there's a bit of blood, sorry about that. But and then this is when they started putting the grafts in. And it's like a team of two. They come in and they put the actual hair grafts. The hair comes from the strip that they took at the back, basically. I'm not very good with technical words, but they like chop it up, and then they into 2,000 individual hairs, and then they implant them into the holes they made. If that makes sense, I hope that makes sense. So yeah, again, obviously they numb all of that area. There's a little bit of tiniest bit of pain when they first put the needle in to numb it, when they first put the first 2 in or something. It's just uncomfortable. It's just like a sharp scratch. I think here it hurt more than it did at the back, because your back of your head's quite thick. I've got a bit of thick skin, but here near your your sensitive areas, it was a bit more. It did feel that a little bit more, but like I said, that was the only thing I could feel out of the whole procedure. My head, when I was laid on my back getting this bit done at the front, by this time my whole head was kind of numb, so I did feel a bit like a airhead. Like I couldn't really, I felt it was a weird feeling, but I've never had anything like this done before, so of course it's going to feel strange. But yeah, this was after, like straight after I took this. I've literally took selfies all the way through this because it was such a big thing for me, and the doctor didn't mind me doing it. I just really wanted to document this moment in my life, and I'm so glad I did, because now I can share it. But yes, this is straight after. The grafts are all in there. They're only very like short bits of hair. You can't really tell. There's not big bits of hair hanging out or anything. And then yeah, I actually live on my own, so I moved in with my dad for 2 weeks just to have that extra bit of support, because I didn't know how I was going to feel, and I just wanted to be looked after, really. So yeah, this is my aftercare pack. I had some steroid tablets to help with the swelling, Cereline solution, I think that's how you say it, but I had to spray that on the grafts every 15 minutes, I believe. I kept them quite moist first 48 hours, and there was like a blow up neck thing you put around your neck at night just to make you more comfortable, I think. And then I think when I washed, you use that Baby Johnson's shampoo, but yeah, I remember using a flannel on top of it. You don't directly wash it when you're first washing your hair. I don't remember because my stepmom did it for me. But yeah, so I've got some photos of the process from healing and to the grafts, like hair growing through. So this was the first photo. This is obviously quite soon, I think maybe a day or 2 after. And then it starts to heal. That was probably about a week after. About a month in, the hair starts to fall out a little bit, which is what happens. It leaves behind like the root, so to speak, and then that like grows through again properly. So again, but mine didn't. I thought all of them were gonna like fall out, but they didn't. Like a lot of them just carried on growing through. So I must have very good growing strength in my hair, I don't know. But yeah, that's when it really started to take shape, really. That's when it really started to come through quite well. Again, another one starting to come through. And these two, well, this one's probably the best one. That's when it was fully grown through, and that probably took about 7 months to get to that point where it was long enough to do stuff with and play around with it and do everyday stuff with it, because I kept my fringe for the 7 months until it was fully grown through. So yeah, no one could tell that I'd had it done. I went straight back to work after about 3 weeks. I think I took 3 weeks off in total, just to be fully 100% recovered and know what I'm doing with it all before going back. So yeah, I had a really good experience. I had it done at Harris Hair Transplant in Nottingham. I honestly can't recommend them enough. Like, they were amazing. The aftercare team, like, they had a couple of members of staff like checking in on me before and after the procedure, and then I had the back of where they cut, such a horrible way to say it, but like where they cut at the back of my head, like, I know some people might wonder if you get scarring and stuff, but honestly, even like a month after, I couldn't find the scar. Like, he was so clean cut and so, like, I don't know, I thought I was gonna have a bit of a scar, but I can't even find it. So yeah, and then I was really happy with obviously my results, and I had a catch up after about 6 months. I went into the place to see, just to have a catch up really, so they can see how I'm getting on. I did find at first it was a bit thicker than the rest of my hair, and they suggested using a hairdryer and some serum, because I used to let my hair dry naturally, and I now obviously hair blow dry it when I can be bothered. But and then yeah, so after that I had a year catch up. That was our last time meeting together, and he was really pleased like with the results, as was I. So I brought him, I think, some chocolates and wine for the team and stuff. Like, I was just so grateful, because it really did like literally change my life. I know that sounds so cliche, but like, they genuinely did. So yeah, shout out to my friend who told me about them, and shout out to the team that did their job, because it's amazing, and it really does boost your confidence if you've got something you want to change. And it's, if you're a woman and you don't like your hairline, just go for it. If you can and you want to do it, because it literally changes all your hairstyles, like everything. So yeah, if you've got any more questions or anything, if you've got any questions at all about, because I think I've covered most of it, but if you have got any other questions, just pop them in the comments below and I'll reply to them. If there's loads of questions, I'll do a Q&A, but we'll see. And yeah, so that brings me to the end of the video. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this has helped any other girls that are looking to do this. So yeah, I'm also, last thing, I'm looking to get, so this is obviously the transplanted hair now. I'm really pleased with it. I'm looking to maybe get something, I think it's called pigmentation, just to make where the transplanted hair is, it does sometimes look a little bit finer just in certain, when I have it in certain styles and stuff. So I'm just to make it look a bit more built up, so it blends in with the rest of my hair a little bit, I'm just gonna have a look into that. So if I do go and get that done, or if anyone can recommend anything, then I'm looking to do that. So if I do go and get the pigmentation, I think that's what it's called, done, then I will document that as well. But yeah, for now, I'll see you on the next video, and if you enjoyed this, then remember to like and subscribe.